what up, guys? It's SkyMasters here. Xbox version finally got the 5.0 update, and the first thing I wanted to do is get the PC and an Xbox save side by side and do some comparison shot. And where to do this at? Better than one of those floating planets with the cute little waterfalls and everything. So here I am. I'm on PC. I have it all ultra modded, and I'm standing right next to my Xbox player in the same exact location, and we're going to do these same exact shots and do a comparison on on ultra specs 1080p on PC, and then whatever kind of garbage that the Xbox is going to throw at you. Enjoy. Well, all right, here we are. We're going to start off first on the Xbox, and let me just start by saying that I'm sort of impressed that they actually squeezed this in here. But at the same time, I'm getting probably 12 to 15 frames per second throughout the whole game. I noticed that in the menus, they were locked up. And I would suppose that maybe if you're just, if you don't know, then you don't know. I mean, I'm just comparison to the PC. It's a totally different experience. But at the same time, I'm sort of impressed with what they squeezed in here. So it's playable. It's, after you've gotten onto an SSD and played on PC, it's kind of hard going back and waiting 3 or 4 minutes for something to load in. It's about a minute and a half just to warp over to somewhere. I don't know if that's a normal time for people, but for me, that's just a long time compared to like 12 seconds, Yeah, but there's definitely a big difference of what you can see within the graphics. But all in all, I think that it's playable. It's definitely a hit on the frames per second, and I'm just sorry about that. Now we got the same shot on PC here, and I think you can see quite a bit of difference here. You can definitely see the smoothness in how it's moving around anyway. You can definitely tell the frames are a lot better on this, but not by much, because of my my PC that was top of the line 6-7 years ago is now lower mid at best. So we're pegging out at 1080p here, and that is the comparison video here, but it's all SSDs, and the system is pretty optimized to run this at ultra, I do think so. But ultimately, I think visually we get the gist and we get the same kind of vibe and feeling. Let's jump back over to Xbox here again now. We can see how janky it is. We're gonna run around as players real quick here and just do a player run around. Like I said, I do the same exact run around on my PC. You can see my PC character just kind of standing there. What up, little Gek? What's up? Both SkyMaster YouTube handles there. It's kind of fun. And we're gonna walk around, like, just notice the textures and just look how everything's kind of flat and kind of Fortnite looking, I call that, which I don't mind. I don't mind those kind of graphics. I'm not here to graphic shame. I know that the Xbox can't handle it all, but it's doing a pretty amazing job for what I thought. I thought they were gonna have to branch this off, but the long load times and this subpar frames per second is just janky. I mean, look how janky it is. It's pretty wanky. You'll definitely see it here. I know when I go back through on PC, going through this little area right here, it is so much better. And when I land on this little pad later on PC, you'll notice how much more texture is on this little island when I go. And then definitely jumping in between them, you'll see how much more smoother it is when you got, a sufficient amount of frames per second to not make it look so janky. So that's my comparison. It's not too bad, but it's not all that great. I'm impressed. I'm also disappointed at the same time. It's like a very conflicting feeling here, but for the most part, I'm glad that everybody's got it. They did fit it in there. That is an amazing feat within itself. So let's give it up to them for being a day late and not telling anybody anything at all about anything. Just some communication, huh? That's what I see from everybody. They just wish that they would talk, All right, coming through here, look at how much more detail that we have in the grass, and more detail in the bottom. Definitely extra layers and detail into the water there. which is understandable. You know, you're not going to get the same texture graphics on the Xbox as you do. I'm pretty sure the file size is significantly smaller, and that would be due to the texture files that you wouldn't get. Like I said earlier, notice how smoother it is in between here. I feel like I was definitely noticing the smoothness as I was walking through here and playing it. I'm also not really great at the Xbox controller too, but you can just tell the graphics and the texture files that came in here just look a lot better. So, and then the smoothness of the frames per second. I mean, this is a lot more smooth of an experience, and you know, that's tough. That's a tough one there. I mean, the Xbox players have to wait so long in between everything else, and then they get somewhere, and it's just wonky and janky. I noticed that going into the menus, it all lagged up for a second. I mean, a split second. Maybe you guys don't notice that, but I mean, it adds up, man. A split second to wait for your tabs to open up is kind of crazy. I mean, it's instantaneously on PC. I don't have to wait. Same thing with warping in between things. Yeah, that's it. So that's the comparison of the PC versus Xbox. Maybe I'll run them side by side right here for you guys to check out. We'll put some music on there. You guys enjoy the video. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, so in conclusion, the Xbox takes a long time to load. It takes a long time to warp somewhere. It just needs an SSD. It surprisingly fit the update into it, and it doesn't look so bad if you can get past having 12 to 15 frames per second. Not that big of a deal. Not for me. I'm not going to be playing it on there, but if you don't have an option and Xbox is your only choice, it is playable. Load into the game. I guess what Xbox players do, you must have to have a lot of stuff going on in the side, because as I was playing it this morning, I was loading somewhere and I come in here and I started making breakfast, and it's like, you got to go on like real side quest as you're playing the Xbox version of this in real life, just so you can have something to do. What do you guys do while you're sitting around warping and everything else like that? It's not for me, man. But it does play. It was impressive and also disappointing at the same time. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.